wrong about being at Marie's house the first time Bill came. I was there a number of times when he came to talk about, there had been some health fairs in Clearfield prior to the Student Health Coalition, coordinated by the Presbyterian Church. A woman named Linda Oker came and did a health fair, I think, in 1968. But it was a health fair, and then I don't think there was follow-up from that. So somehow Bill knew to come and talk to Marie. I'm not sure how that happened, but from the very beginning, he was talking about it being just the process we were talking about, that there would be health fairs, but there was going to be more than health fairs. And there would be volunteers from Vanderbilt student nurses and student doctors, and there would also be some special projects. My memory is just that Bill was an extraordinarily intense, driven, consistent, sort of black and white, no gray kind of person who what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, who would see immediately to the kind of heart of a person. I wonder how much Bill, in even recruiting people to come in as volunteers for the Student Health Coalition, really would size up their heart or size up their commitment, or whether or not they would be a fit, for what this kind of unique thing was going to be. He really fell in love with people in the mountains. He would talk about J.W. Bradley or Otis McCamey or Dorothy Burns or Veda or on and on as his heroes. This was not, I'm a big doctor, and I've got to remember to be very respectful of these people because this is my philosophy of organizing and how this needs to work. He absolutely counted them as his heroes. That's how he talked about them. And if you ever got at that place with Bill, you were canonized. And you were, I think that's where he got his juices, in spending lots of time with Jay Bird and Otis and Veda, and he would go back and get another fix. I think he got it more there than maybe, or as much there as he did with anybody in Vanderbilt. So that was something, I don't know enough about Bill's background, where he came from or where that came from in him, but that's really what you knew. So if you got to be his friend, you passed a test, and then you were really his friend. So I consider myself a friend of Bill Dow, and it's really was an honor. I really think those years of his creativity, his drivenness, I mean, so much was created in such a short time, may have been some of the highlight of his life, to be honest, at such a young age. I have often had that feeling talking with him in later years, that was the most intense. It's like Edward Shackleton walking across the Antarctic, and what do you do after that? When you've saved your ship that broke apart in the ice, and for 18 months you lived on seals or something. But Bill was just, this was a moment in time when there was work to be done on things critically important, and he was one of the ones, I think, with that call and that ability to pull people together, to not just imagine something, but get it done. He's really an action person.
But he was a character. I think that Johnny Burris and I, by virtue of being local boys, we didn't get elevated to the level of the hero like J.W. Columbus McGee and Burt Duncan, but we were like on another level down, the younger generation of hillbillies, and I'm not sure it was deserved, but he seemed to take a special interest in us, and what we were, what kind of job we were doing, and how we felt about the work, and so on. So, but I counted Bill as a friend after I got to know him well. It was like I really learned to respect him tremendously because for one, he respected the people in the mountains and respected, Maureen hit it right on the nose, respected their opinions more than he respected so, but,